And a good morning to everybody out there. Welcome to the first edition of Twin Brothers from Different Mothers for 2019. I am Aaron Phillips. That is Mr. Neal Portnoy. How are you, buddy?
I was getting worried. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Hey, just hang on to the coattails. I'll get you there. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's 2019.
2019. Yesterday was the first time in 5 days I actually had to write a date and try to stop and stall to write 1-9, not 1-8.
Remember when they said you're going to call it 2020 or 2020?
Right.
What do we?
Probably 2020.
So it's
why don't we call this 2019? Right. So
Yeah.
what's the difference?
I don't know. That's why
It's vernacular. Well, you're from Boston. Why are you asking me about how to speak? You're from Boston.
Can we park the car in the
Exactly.
house?
How would Bostonians call the date?
They wouldn't. They'd move right to 2020. They'd skip the whole year, get rid of it, and
They would. Yes, I got you. They would definitely.
Hey,
pull
what'd
right
you do?
by.
What'd you do for New Year's?
For New Year's? What did I do for New Year's Eve? Well, we kind of stayed home. We had some friends over, Barry and Diana Waxberg. We did have the Portnoys. They stopped by on the way to another party, Vera Goulet. You were on your way there, but we appreciate, of course, having you and Dorothy stop by for a couple of. Oh, you guys were there for a couple of hours eating eating Eileen's avocado dip,
pigs
in a blanket.
in a blanket.
Homemade. They were not frozen and warm. They were hand rolled and made by my wife.
The meatballs were good.
Yes, they were. I got 10,000 left. You want some?
No, because I figured the 10,000 you have left, the way you and Eileen share meals is good for the next 20 years.
Exactly. Thank God for freezers, because that's where it's all sitting right now.
In your styrofoam kitchen.
My refrigerator, styrofoam city.
Explain why.
Well, I mean, obviously with our weight transition, lost both my wife and I, each of us have dropped about 125 pounds each. And because of that, we don't eat like we used to. So we go out, we order one entree, and then we order a to-go box. So my wife and I take our few little bits and bites, and the rest goes home, and one meal could last the whole week in our household.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. The only downside with styrofoam is I can't recycle it. You know, you can't put styrofoam in those recycle bins. They will not accept styrofoam. But if they did, they'd have a heck of a styrofoam factory because of me and my wife.
Well, they should add a new bin.
Something.
Styrofoam bin.
I think it's got to do with how it deteriorates and rots and everything. Styrofoam is the worst thing I think that can decompose in our soil, I guess. I don't know. That's a guess. I'm not a doctor. Although I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night.
Do you know what Arthur?
Jimmy Hopper or Hoffa?
Do you know what remember Arthur Fiedler from the Boston Pops?
I do, yes.
Do you know what he's doing now?
No, I don't.
He's decomposing.
He's decomposing. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Do not tip your waiters and waitresses on your way out based on that joke.
I got to bring up, we have a brand new banner.
Yes.
I'm always on his side and he's on my side.
Well, it's because you got the power outlet over here.
Well, it's okay. But last week,
if I trusted you with power, you could sit over here.
We unveiled it last week.
Yes, we did. And who's it courtesy of?
Well, this is where I'm going with
I'm trying to save you.
No, nothing saves me, believe me. Last week you said, so the new banner,
yes.
Who did it? And I knew you were going to ask me that. I left a card on the table in
yes,
the other room. But being prepared is
as you always are.
Always are. It's Foresight Signs, and they're located at 1539 West Oakey Boulevard, right next to Portnoy Gallery at 1537 West Oakey Boulevard. If
they go into the printer and they mention your name, do they get anything besides a pat on the back and a thank you?
Things come in threes, so let's come up with something new. I mean, they'll get the two things you mentioned. One other thing.
Okay.
They'll get a pat on the back.
Right.
They'll get a thank you, and they'll get $3.2 million, and what would you like us to do? My phone's going crazy. I should have turned the sound down.
You're now stopping on level 3, swimsuits, bathing suits, and all the other stuff.
We have a live audience.
We do. You want to introduce our audience? Let people know who's watching?
I'm terrible with names. You know me.
Okay. Hi, guys. Sheila Cooper's with us. She is a dear friend of ours and a great follower of the show, and we usually catch up with you Wednesday nights at Tuscany with Kelly Clinton Home Stuff. And then our guest today, who'll join us here in a few minutes, Elynne Jacobson, is here with us, warming up with the crowd. Actor, voiceover guy, director, originally from New York, a good friend of mine. He and his wife, Catherine Natali. Peter Papagiorgio is here. If that name rings a bell, if you are a fan of the Vacation trilogy of movies, the Vegas Vacation, the son, when he started gambling and everything, somehow he came up with the name of Peter Papagiorgio. Do you have copyright? It was Nick Papagiorgio? Okay, Nick Papagiorgio. That's right. I know you as Peter, but it was Nick. That's right.
Do you have 5 syllables?
I know. He'd do well on Scrabble with that name.
Listen, if I had 6, I actually have 11 fingers. Did you know that?
I'm afraid to ask.
No,
I'm afraid to ask what you're counting as the 11.
No, I did.
This is a PG plus rated show.
I went into the kids, that reading week that they do.
Nevada Reading Week. Yes.
Yeah, I went in with my magic marker.
Notice
I
how
knew
he
I wasn't going
digressed
to
from
read a lot.
introducing the audience. Did you notice how he took me off track on that? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I've been doing that
For 11 shows.
But I went to the kids, and they were all like, grade school kids.
Yes, elementaries.
Yeah, that's the word.
At Bozarth Elementary, I believe he did that.
Which is where your wife is a VP.
Assistant principal. She's a very important person.
An AVP.
AVP?
Assistant.
No, she's
Vice
the
principal.
Assistant principal. There's only one assistant principal in her school.
She's a TS.
Careful how you use TS in this society, please.
But anyhow, where I was going with this was, you go and you read to the kids, and I love kids.
I'm all about you guys kids. In a few minutes.
So we'll get back to you guys once I get through with my ramble here. But I had my magic marker with me, and I like to engage the kids and talk with them. And I looked at the kids and said, most people have 10 fingers. I fortunately have 11. And the kids all kind of looked at me like, what are you talking about? And I said, no, look, I'll prove it to you. And you got to remember, they're little kids. And I went, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5 is 11. Do the math. And the kids looked at me like, wait a minute, that made sense. And you can see them going to their hands going. And then one kid, very bright kid, Mr. P, I know what you did. And I walked over to him very calmly and I said, well, what did I do? He said, you counted backwards and then did addition. I said, that's very smart at your age. And I took my coin out of my pocket. And I do a little sleight of hand.
Yes, sir.
And I said, well, you call the coin heads or tails. And I flipped it up and made it totally disappear. And I said, where did it go? Mr. P, you don't have 11 fingers. He went right back to it and totally ignored my little magic trick.
Well, he was counting fingers. He was focused on the finger thing. I'm glad you didn't give him a finger.
And then I started doing caricatures and cartoons of the kids.
Oh, they must have loved that.
I didn't read anymore. But go ahead. I didn't mean to take you off track again.
But this time I remembered where I was.
Turn to your left and look at the camera. Somebody's taking your picture. Your left.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
My other left. This is my Jewish left.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah. Bob. Bob Maxwell and Marcel Forestieri are here with us. They host their own podcast. See how I quickly, smoothly. Was that good?
What do they call the podcast? Where can it be found?
It can
not
be
like us, which can be found on iTunes now.
Yeah, we got to update the banner with our patches. They do a show called Vets, Voice of the Vet. Right now, they're revamping the show and looking to do some new things. And I know you guys will be up soon, right? You guys will be back up and running once you find the right location. And here's the funny part: they actually want us on their show. They want us to guest on their show sometimes.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. They think we're funny for some reason, and they think that.
Look, I work with magic markers. You smell those for 10 minutes, you'll be just like
me. Exactly. And then, of course, once they get situated and things get moving, we'll have them on our show because what they do for the veteran community is tremendous and giving them a platform. Plus, they're good guys.
Yeah, he looks like Clark Kent.
I heard that before.
Marcel,
Somebody said that before.
I did earlier. You weren't listening.
No, Elynne actually said it. I was listening.
You're giving
Bob and
Elynne credit for something? She's not even on yet.
She's a guest. I got to butter her up.
My bad.
Bob and I actually are members of the Armed Forces Chamber of Commerce here in town, run and CEO'd and founded by Andre Haynes, who I want to give a shout out to. By the way, our chat room is boiling hot right now. Thank you to everybody watching. CJ's out there. Anastasia, Anna's out there. Shoshana, Deidre, John, Michelle, Mark Messina, Maria Simpson's out there, and a bunch of other people. We thank you for watching, and please reshare this to your cast and friends, and let them know we're out there. We're doing good things. Hey, before we get to Elynne, we'll call her up here in a few minutes. A couple of news and notes from the week, as you know, I always like to do. I want to start off with really a bizarre thing. Of course, this past week, not bizarre that they passed away, but Gene Okerlund, voice of WWE and wrestling for many, many years, worked with Hulk Hogan during the early 80s with the renaissance of the WWE. The heyday of wrestling. The real conversion of when it started becoming mainstream, not, your mother's and father's wrestling of the 50s, 60s.
It was much better entertainment. Go ahead.
Okay. You can send your comments to Neal Portnoy if you don't agree with him on that one. Gene Okerlund passed away. Super Dave Osborne, whose real name is Bob, I want to say Einstein, like the bagel, but I'm not sure he pronounces it that way. And Daryl Dragon from Captain and Neal. They all passed away this past week. Here's the quirky thing. All three of them passed at age 76.
I think instead of the baseball cap, you could have put the captain's hat on.
I don't have a captain's hat.
Well, you can find one in Vegas, can't you?
Listen, I threw this on about 30 minutes before coming here. You think I would have had time to find a captain's hat?
Tell people what it stands for.
Okay, well, yes. For those of you who are wrestling fans, don't give up. This is one of John Cena's main logos when he goes running out on the shirts and everything. And then, of course, I'm wearing my other twin brother, Stone Cold Steve Austin's shirt. And I figure in honor of Gene Okerlund, I was going to bring a championship belt because I thought I owned a Hulk Hogan double wing championship belt.
You've got like 8 belts at
I
your
do,
house.
but I don't have that one, the one that signified Hogan. And I would have brought that one. And not that anybody could have seen it, but I could have held it up just in honor of Okerlund. And
how many people in your career have come up to you and said, you look like Stone Cold?
a lot. I actually got that.
I get Goldberg.
I get Austin, I get Goldberg, and every once in a while I do get Jesse Ventura. I say the only thing with Jesse,
I get Mr. Clean.
Do you get cue ball? I used to get cue ball a lot.
No.
The only thing I told him I had in
First time
common
ever.
first
Yeah, first time.
the only thing I have in common with Jesse Ventura, his nickname when he wrestled was Jesse the Body. Now, I used to say this when I was 125 pounds heavier. I used to tell people the only thing I have in common is I'm Jesse the Buddha Ventura because of the weight I had.
That's good.
I might be able to, give Jesse a run for his money nowadays and kind of take the body thing.
Your before and after pictures, especially without the shirt on,
Right.
I mean, you could.
I don't know. Is that worth changing the name over? I don't know. My legs
Do
are.
I have to do that now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what you got.
There's nothing there. There's
You want an
nothing
air
there.
pump to pump them up? You want a little?
Listen, in my heyday, when we've talked before in the past, that
Right.
I was a baseball player. I had
Yes.
a pretty good career. I was 185 pounds, rock solid,
Mm-hmm.
and I had muscles.
Muscles?
Yeah.
Where were the muscles?
Hidden
Hidden.
because I hate loud screams.
Very, very. Were the screams coming from you or others? I mean,
I don't remember their names.
perfect.
Although I dated an Irish girl once.
Did you?
She thought I was Irish.
How did that happen?
She kept screaming, "Oh, Neal!"
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I just lost
What?
I just lost my notes. But anyway, okay. So let us get off that hook, and I'm going to save Neal here for a second or two. A couple other things in the entertainment field, which we love talking about here in Vegas, of course, is entertainment. Two things. One of not so good news for Britney Spears fans.
Right.
She had to cancel her
Taking care of her
engagement.
dad.
Right. Her dad has fallen ill, so she's canceled her residency that was due to start, I think, later this month or April or February, somewhere. I know it's
In the very near future.
very near future. Right. Got to be properly vague. And then big news, Wayne Newton's coming back to the stage.
Wayne Newton's moving over to the Barge.
Yeah.
Staying with Caesars Properties.
Yeah.
They've, from what I've heard, I don't know how much truth is in this, is for those who have been in that room, it's a pretty funky, unique setup where they've got a barge, a water, and they're getting rid of that for Wayne to add more seats to the venue.
I thought he might need the water for his Botox or something. Maybe
Well,
that's what he
listen,
said.
I've seen.
Come
him
on, it's no
perform.
secret. It's no secret. Oh, they just turn so fast,
I
don't
like
they?
my O'Neill joke better than that one. But anyhow, it's no secret for those who have seen him. His voice is not what it used to
Yeah.
be. But the show is tremendous because it's a video production
Mhm.
that
It's like his
talks and
life, right?
shows about who, what, where, how. And it's a great, great show. And I think that's the perfect room for Wayne to be in. But piggybacking on that, very good friends of Wayne Newton are the Bronx Wanderers.
Yes.
And they are moving to the Link
Really?
in the
Good for them.
who's the comedian that's over there? It's Matt Franco. Is that who it is?
I think so.
it is. They're moving to the Franco room, and they're going to kind of share the room at different times. And that, I heard, is a 600, 700 seat arena, and they will fill it. If our listeners, our viewers
Mhm.
have not seen, that's my phone. I'll turn
Third
it
floor,
down a
lingerie, pool supplies, and furniture.
second. Brought to you by the makers of.
That's right.
You got to go see the Bronx Wanderers.
Don't you have something available for Bronx Wanderers fans?
I did a limited edition
It's called a
18
Segway.
by 24 collectible, signed and numbered
Signed.
lithograph
Yes.
by the band and myself, available on the Bronx Wanderers fan page on Facebook.
There you go.
Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody from Massachusetts is calling me. Anybody you know at that phone number?
781 is up by Lowell and Lawrence, and see who it is. Take a live call.
I know nobody up there.
Yeah, but
If
take
they're
it. It might
calling
be-
for,
might be a bill
I
collector.
disconnect. Exactly. That's why I don't want to take it.
No, I'm good at that.
You take over the phone.
What would you like your carpets cleaned? Not today. We're doing a podcast, but call back next Saturday when we're doing the podcast again. And
One time I answered the call from one of those numbers and I said, "Hi, thank you for calling. You're the 1,000th caller. Where can we send our prize to you?" Click. What a great way to get rid of a caller, right? Thinking
Hey,
it
I
was
just
something
got
else.
a message.
Yes.
Aaron Phillips on my way to the gallery.
Oh, there you go.
You're here.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
See, it's an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
I'm glad your phone system works that well.
Well, I never check those messages. I told you that.
No wonder
before
why
in
you
the
never
past.
talk to me.
I don't talk to you. I don't talk
Anyway.
to my wife.
Okay,
Or as
before we bring our guest
Dangerfield
on,
used to say, I got to bring this up. Remember Dangerfield's greatest line?
take my wife, please. When I was a
No,
young
he used
man.
to say,
no respect.
I love talking to my wife when I have sex. I call her every time.
Talk about a great comedian. I'm glad you bring it up because I wish I could kind of turn my computer. You have a great piece of Rodney here.
Rodney
in the
over
gallery.
there, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you talk about that?
It's big.
It is.
It's the largest canvas print here in the gallery. The original was done 11 by 14, and that's I think a 40 by 60 on canvas of Rodney Dangerfield.
You got to have a big
Rodney
piece of wall
used,
to hang that.
I'm from Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yes.
Rodney used to come to Boston and play Boston at night. And when the show was over, similar to what happens here in Las Vegas, the entertainers go to an all-nighter type place. Rodney would take the 38-mile drive west to Worcester, Massachusetts, and play at the El Morocco restaurant. And it was this little hole in the wall, literally a hole in the wall place on the top of one of Worcester's 7 hills.
Mm-hmm.
It's known for its 7 hills. And the locals could see great entertainers perform. It was called the El Morocco. It was run by the Aboudi family.
The who?
The Aboudi.
Aboudi.
Not booty, Aboudi.
Aboudi. Well, hey, there goes Aboudi right now. Isn't that kind of the same connotation?
Well, a booty, 2 booties, 3 booties.
One booty,
Twin
2
booties from different. No, we can't go there.
That could get us into some legal action, some legal problems.
But you told me we can say anything because we're doing this.
We are. That's true. We can. But that doesn't mean someone's not watching.
You found your notes.
No. I don't know what happened.
They're right under the chair.
Are they? Okay, I'll get it later after the show.
Because
I pretty much.
One more thing.
Hey, it's your show too. Whatever you want to do.
The 19th of January.
Oh, I was going to do that, but that's
Why don't
fine.
you
Go
do
ahead.
it?
No,
You're the voice. All I do is draw. Go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, January 19th, located right here at Portnoy Gallery from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., just after Twin Brothers from Different Mothers will air, possibly around 11:30 to 12:30. Yeah. That's still up for debate. However, it is going to be the Wall of Honor reveal party for the 2019 inductees. Mark your calendar. There is an event out there. Come on down. There's already, what did you say to me this morning? About 50 people have already RSVP'd to be here?
Yeah, we put it on Everbright. Is that what it is?
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. What's Everbright? Is that a battery?
That could be. It could be. In your world, it could be a battery. I have no idea.
I have no idea. But we put it up because people were more apt to respond if you create an event on Facebook.
Right.
And we've got, I think, like 92 people interested. And what are you coming?
She's hailing a taxi.
Elaine's coming. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we called her Elaine, but she said it's like Eileen.
No, that's my wife. It's Elynne. It's Elynne.
Elynne. Is it Elynne?
E-L. Do I have to spell phonetically for you? Elynne.
Are you like that? Remember that band that used to get up, and do all these
YMCA. That's
YMCA, right? Are you like that? It's one of those.
Not really.
Can I just replay that for the hearing impaired?
By the way, your sister liked your comment about, and I'm just reading it now, Everbright, LOL. She's laughing at that, by the way, your sister.
Well, she laughs at everything I say.
Well, no shocker there. Hey, before we bring up our guest, can I read this and then we'll bring her up? We ready to bring Elynne up?
We'll talk a little bit about the gallery, what we're doing.
I did. I did. Portnoy Gallery. I even showed it to the audience. Here's the back. That's the best. See, that's so sweet.
It's the new Sardi's.
Careful with that name. I don't want to get letters from Sardi's.
No, I want to get letters from them.
You want to get letters?
Yeah, because I'll tag them and it'll go all over the world.
Oh, okay.
Sardi's is best known for all the caricatures on the walls. And what I've created here in Vegas with the Portnoy, #Portnoy Wall of Honor, is the caricatures of Vegas personalities, which is going to start to grow. We've already got a 2018 class, which you're an inductee.
That's a great thing when your name starts with A. You're right at the top of the list.
Well, AA, because I went down. I tried to get another A in there.
Well, but you went A. You took AD
I didn't do it. Dorothy did.
Oh,
I had nothing to do with that.
Okay, she didn't want to be on time. She put AD Cook and Bet Christoph on top of me because of the A.D.
The dot is before an A.
It's before an A?
It is now.
Well, it is now. Dorothy made it so. I can't argue with that.
All right, go into what you were talking about. I had to bring that up, but it's going to be a fun event.
You wonder why I wear seatbelts during our show, because I never know where he goes, and I have to try to get back to where he left off. Anyway, we're going to bring up our guest here in a second. We talked, our guest, Elynne Jacobson, was on with us last month.
Elynne.
That's what I said.
You said Elynne.
What did I say? Did I say Elynne?
Yeah, you did. See, that's why I'm.
It's all your fault. It's all you correcting someone and how they speak. There's a novelty. I'm just gonna say, hey, you. Anyway, that person was here with us last month. She did a de-stressing program over a couple of Mondays, right? But now she's got a new program to start off 2019. It's a 4-week session.
Is it called the same thing?
Is it Take Action? Is that, what are you calling the program? Because I don't really have a title here.
Let's give it a title.
She doesn't have a title.
Let's come up with a title.
Well, stop making resolutions. Take actions that really work. Get healthy, release weight and fat. Get to the root of the problem. Time to find out why the lose-gain cycle happens over and over. At last, there is a program that addresses the root cause, providing individual and group hypnosis plus group support. Okay, don't think Kruskin here. You're not going to be talking like a turtle or a bird or anything. It's not Kruskin kind of hypnosis. So the first day of the class is Monday, January 14th at 6:30 p.m., and it's 4 consecutive Mondays, with the last Monday being February 4th. Call now, right now. I want her phone to ring while we're sitting here. 702-277-5856. Elynne Jacobson. She's the boss. She's in charge. Give her a call, 702-277-5856, or you can email her, Elynne, Elynne Jacobson, Jacobson at Gmail. We can't do the January 2nd special now because we're past the January 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why it says $11.99.
So it's still valid? This is great about live radio.
Well, we're going to save that for when you come live.
Before the Wednesday before? This Wednesday is the last day they can take advantage of that? The discount. So if you sign up for the class right now, that's where I'm getting to all this, before this Wednesday, which is January 9th, normal price for registration for all 4 weeks is $12.99. However, if you register now, between now and the 9th, and call her right now, I want her phone to be ringing, 702-277-5856, you will save $100 on registration. So the total price will be $11.99 for 4 weeks of great knowledge and how to handle the stress and how to lose weight and just kind of get you. 702-277-5856. Your phone's going to ring.
277-5856.
Oh, she's got the phone. That's okay. It's all right.
This will be cool. I can talk on my phone while I'm on.
That's called simulcasting. I don't know if that'll pick up very well because you won't hear.
I can't hear it. I got headphones on.
That's another reason why it won't work.
What are you supposed to do?
Hang up the phone because we're on radio
I'm
right
sorry.
now. So let's welcome, before we lose any more control of the show, Elynne Jacobson. Why don't you come up here with us? Come on and take your seat in the middle. Make sure we got to have the microphone ready for her off the hook there, because our next venture is, and I've already priced some of these out, by the way. I went shopping on Amazon, a 4-microphone board. I've got a couple of flagged that we'll take a look at. So we'll eventually have more mics to accommodate all of our friends.
Keep spending my money.
No, I'm not spending your money. In a couple of weeks, I'll have a few extra shekels that.
Go ahead. You two can afford it.
Oh, really? She doesn't know our budget, obviously.
Somebody asked me once, how's your credit? I said, excellent. I owe everybody.
That's right. Okay, so make sure she's in range of the mic, or we may have to do the manual thing there.
Why don't you start talking? See if you can...
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
There we go. Let's just
I
watch your coffee
coming
there.
on later that you guys would be as nutty. However,
We're nuttier.
I was so wrong.
You thought we'd be
Worse
less nutty?
than ever.
Well, we're up an hour earlier or later now. Our body's been going.
I know.
We're on something daylight time.
Portnoy daylight time.
I like
PDT.
Hashtag Portnoy daylight time.
I wish it were daylight savings time. I hate this.
I like napping at 4 in the afternoon, though, when it's pitch black.
You know, our hair never got the opportunity to turn that color. Did you know that?
Right here, it does. Right here.
No, it doesn't. Maybe yours doesn't. Mine. Brown.
How come I have more gray in mine than he does, and he's older than me? That's what I want to know.
How much older is he?
What are you, 7? 7 more than me?
How old are you?
I will turn 55 in July.
10.
10?
Yeah, I'm 60. I'll turn 66 in March.
Oh, so it's 10 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
bald guys look younger.
You are an old fart. Anyway, so
my
Elynne,
God.
welcome to the show. Maybe we'll get some control back here.
No.
No, you don't want
think
control?
so.
Okay. Well, no, I know we're so far gone. It's possible that we can never gain control. So anyway, so talk about what you got coming up here. Hi, Kelly. By the way, Sweaty Balls is out there for you, buddy.
Sweaty Balls. I
That's
still
right,
have it in
she's
my
out
house.
there.
That's a story for another day, though, unless people were watching one of our podcasts when we did a live remote from roller derby.
Elynne, we'll eventually get you on
Was
the
it
mic.
roller
Don't worry about
derby?
it.
All right.
Yes, flat track women's roller derby.
Flat track women's roller derby.
Candy Fisher's also watching, but yes, Sweaty Balls
And
is out
that's
there
her
for you.
nickname, Sweaty Balls.
Well, it was for just that night,
Well,
for
that
the
was
fundraiser.
from another show.
That was
Yeah,
SNL,
very
Saturday
good
Night
you
Live.
Listen to our show.
Not you.
Oh, not
Oh,
our show.
jeez. It was Saturday Night Live.
Original.
It was a skit done in Saturday Night Live with
That's
Alec
correct.
Baldwin like 30 years ago.
With sweaty balls.
Sweaty
So he
balls.
went from sweaty balls to Donald Trump.
I guess whatever works.
Whatever.
Hey, you got to earn money somehow, I guess. But anyway, so they're out there. Anyway, a ton of people out there. We thank you all for joining. So Elynne, tell us, how does your event go? How did your sessions go last month, the December program?
Oh, they were wonderful, and I was able to help so many people relax and feel better about themselves. That's so important. Stress is a killer, a big time killer.
Especially at holiday time.
Oh my God. And people don't forgive themselves for when they cheat or enjoy the food or enjoy the holiday and family. And my motto is, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you get back and take care of yourself. And that's really the most important issue. Do you know, every January, people come around and they make all these promises. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And by February, 80% of them fall off.
Why wait so long in February? I stop in the middle of January.
Well, I never make them, so it's
Right, I know.
okay.
I make one resolution, and that's never to make resolutions.
You know, a lot of people,
That's
A lot
correct.
of people do that. A lot of people, for whatever reason, don't make
No,
resolutions.
Right, because they know they're not going to stick to them.
well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should have to make resolutions. I think you should just go with your life, enjoy it, and go back and do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Absolutely.
I have this month's program I'm really proud of it because there really is nothing like it on the market. It's very nice to have a weight loss program, which you will have with this, but finding out what the root cause of your eating is all about and what your triggers are and getting rid of the bad stuff so you can move ahead. And that's what I did. I was size 22, 243 pounds.
Never know it. You'd never know it.
And I forgot to bring the picture.
Were you a 747 wide body or a grounded DC-10? Which one was it?
I was a grounded DC-10.
Okay.
Nobody wanted me. I was grounded for life. I
And
lost a lot of weight and gained it back.
How long did it take you to lose the weight?
13 years.
How long has it
Where
taken
I
you to
am
gain it
today,
back?
I spent a fortune on programs. There's only one program that exists that I have not been on, and that's Jenny Craig. That's the only one I didn't do.
Wow.
I was
that's
on
right.
doctors' programs, weight loss programs, Nutrisystem, this system, liquid diets.
Isogenics.
No, I'm actually not that because I belonged to another company at the time.
Oh.
So I used their program, which came about long before Isogenics. Anyway,
It was called duct tape over the mouth.
I tried
That's what it
that
was.
too.
Well,
that
they
didn't
had
work.
that program, and then the guy moved to Vegas. He's got his own show. Maybe you should do that.
That's right.
Well, the whole issue is you're going to keep doing the bad things over and over and over again. And I'm living proof, and so are most people, that you lose weight and then you gain weight, and usually you gain weight plus. So I would lose 30, 35 pounds and gain 50 pounds back. It was up and down and up and down. And I'm not alone in this. Everyone out there who's ever been a dieter has done the same
Absolutely.
darn thing over and over. It's like a yo-yo.
hmm
And that's the way I describe it. It's yo-yoing up and down and up and down. And you're killing yourself doing that.
Absolutely. It's not good for the body either with the
Oh,
weight
no,
up and down. Anyway,
It's one of the worst things you can do for your body. It's terrible. And I know that for a fact, and I know what it did to me. And I had a long recuperative period. And it wasn't until a year and a half ago that I really found the true reason for my eating and what my feelings were about it. I'll share that in the group, but I can't share it on the radio because it's really too personal. It was a traumatic experience. I lived with it for many years, not knowing. And the feelings I had about it were disrupting everything in my life, my ability to succeed at business, every single thing I did. And I don't want people to go through that. I know I can help. I know it. I've seen it before, time and time again.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Because I always teach, when I coach college baseball way back when, I used to tell my players, look, ability you're born with, you learn a technique and you enhance it with repetition. I don't care what you do. That's the basic template to succeed at anything. Explain to our listeners, to our viewers, in a template form, if you can, why taking this course or these courses from you, how you break it down with a technique that you teach, where they will learn to change their lifestyle, which will inevitably make them a happier person.
I think the easiest way to say that is to understand that hypnosis works for people who want to make changes. So when you walk into the room with me, you are there for a positive reason. You're expecting change and you're going to get it. And that's what hypnosis does. It is your behavior, your relaxation, and your openness to change. So the first session is going to be hypnosis, relaxation, and finding your comfort zone. The next week, I'm going to take people individually and I'm going to regress them, take them back to the point in time of whatever trauma, whatever exists, so that we can begin to work on getting that out of their system. I want success, and that's what I'm about. I know it works. I've done it. I had a friend of mine who's a hypnotist regress me to the point to find out what really was the problem. Not what I thought it might be, but what was really. And then we're going to follow up with more hypnosis and group support. And that's so important. So when you walk away, you're going to have me or you're going to have a group to be able to support the changes and your new lifestyle. The idea is not that you should never go out and have a piece of cake, or you shouldn't have ice cream or popcorn. That's not what it's about. What it's about is understanding you can do that. You don't have to feel guilty, and you can get back and do what's good for you again because you respect and love yourself. This is forgiveness.
I want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's watching. I want to kind of do a little reset. You are watching Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, emanating live from Portnoy Gallery in Las Vegas. Aaron Phillips, Neal Portnoy, and our guest today is Elynne Jacobson, who offers hypnosis programs in order to understand kind of what's going on inside of you to de-stress, lose weight, and just really be happier, right? Kind of thing,
yes.
Right? So she's got a new program coming up that's starting on the 14th of January through 4 consecutive Mondays, and that's what we're talking about right now. So I just want to kind of welcome our new folks in who are just joining us.
Yeah, and I was going to just bring up in the session here, we think we have 5 senses that we use. Some people say it's 6 senses. But if you look at the whole picture as a circle, you can get overwhelmed. There's a lot going on.
Yep.
But if and what I get from what you've said on a previous session of Twin Brothers from Different Mothers is you got to think of the pie, break it up into pieces, attack certain sections of it, master that section, and then this is what you have left. You won't be so overwhelmed.
I agree 100%. I love doing hypnosis because there's so many positives from that. I spent a lifetime counseling other people with traumas and physical disabilities, mental disabilities, so on and so on. And it burned me out because there was no progress that could ever be made. This is really different. I wanted to be a hypnotherapist for many, many years and didn't have the guts to do it. And that was because my paradigm told me you're not good enough. And that's part of the issue, just a small part, not good enough for why I was eating. So
a question came in through the chat room, so I'm just going to clarify this.
Yeah.
Kelly Havoc from the Atomic Roller Girls, asking about the cost of the program, which I'll just remind everybody that the regular price is $12.99 for the entire 4-week program. However, if you register no later than this coming Wednesday, the 9th, you will receive a $100 discount off that price. Now, what if somebody is unable, schedule-wise, logistically, not able to join the 4 weeks, but they want to do either a private session with you outside of the program? Can you get, and I don't mean to digress off the program, but I think this is kind of coattailing her question.
I do this all the time anyway.
Okay. So what do you have a price for a 1-hour session? How does that work on an individual basis?
My sessions are an hour and a half or 2+ hours. And the price is variable on that one. A normal session is $150 for an hour and a half. And when I do over a 2-hour session, that is $300. However, and I'll say however in a biggie, I never overcharge on a month-long program. Month-long program, we will negotiate the full price, and I'm not going to give it out on the radio.
Yeah, if they want more information, they'll contact you direct. Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Listen, I've never been one who makes generalizations.
Okay.
I don't like the word generalizations. Is this for everyone? And are you the type of individual that will sponge, absorb, and have a reason? You got to, like you said earlier, you got to want to do this. You got to want to be in a mental, one of the senses, part of the program, situation, timing, put whatever word you want in there, to be able to be better, to be able to get to the goal you're trying to reach. Can you break it down? Can you look at people and say, I can't press this button on you because it'll work on Aaron, but it won't work on Neal. Nothing works on me, but that's okay.
That's your choice.
That's my choice, right? But some people are going to have a choice. Most people will have choices. Can you break it down further to individuals that may be a little more stubborn to absorbing what you're going to share with them and get through to them successfully?
I would need to talk to the individual to find out what the issue is. I'm very big on working with people and establishing trust, because that's the key to hypnosis. You must trust. And if you can trust, you can achieve your goals. But if there is an issue with control or an issue with trust, it's not going to work. And I understand it won't work for everyone. Now, I'll make another comment. And I was kind of thinking about this before sometime this last week. If there are enough people who need a different time, we can set up another group arrangement on another time, maybe on a Saturday or whatever works best. I'm free to do that.
The key is they need to communicate with you and get in touch with you first.
And they can also reach you. I think we're going to bring up the phone number one more time because
I actually put it in the
you
chat
put it
box.
in the chat box.
702-277-5856.
One more time, please.
207-722-5856. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Oh, yes,
sorry.
we are.
We're going to break for commercial. We'll be back at 15, details at 11.
That's right. Ron Coe will be
say
next.
that.
I know. There you go.
Oh, my God. Being here is like being in a zoo. These
You never know.
Unbelievable.
Get us started. We're just on our way. That's all there is to it.
I know.
I know,
I've known
right?
you long enough.
That's very true. So,
Neal, I've just met.
well, I'm sorry, but so he's off camera. He's off mic. He's playing with his clamp. Anyway, that's what they call it now. So, at the end of 4 weeks, what should members and participants expect at the end of 4 weeks? What's the end result that you're looking for them and that they can expect?
Number one, that they will no longer have the excuse of, oh, I broke my diet. Whatever. Someday I'll get back on it. So that's not going to happen. We're going to work on food issues. We're going to work on eating issues. But most importantly, we're going to work on loving yourself and forgiving yourself. Forgiveness is the biggest issue in dieting.
Really, in
And
anything.
I hate the word diet.
Yeah, no, I do too. But really, for self-forgiveness
Yes.
is really a key to a lot of things in life, not just your nutritional habits,
Of
but
course.
just self-appreciation, self-esteem, confidence, whatever, right? I mean,
Thank you.
there you go. I'm a spokesperson.
Oh my goodness. I'm worried I might have to pay him.
Nah.
Oh dear God. That
We'll
would
talk
be
about that later.
horrible.
We'll talk about that later. So,
Oh my.
oh God, we've
goodness.
shifted. I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, my new co-host of twin brothers from different mothers won't work. But how about the Jewish connection?
I want to see what it look like out here.
Well, how does it look out there? I feel like I'm on Jerry Springer all of a sudden. I need a bald-headed bodyguard. Peanut Gallery. Anyway, do we have a question from the audience, perchance?
Why am I sitting here?
That's your choice.
That's a good question, and I have no idea. But
my
boy,
gosh.
things are still nutsy.
All right. So,
I something's really important that's been on my mind. I want men to know that this is important for you too. Those beer bellies are killers. Oh my God, they're both looking. Holy cow.
Mine's not more of a six-pack.
Whatever. And yes, I will address getting out and walking a little bit, not talking about exercise.
If I tie my shoes,
What?
if I stand up straight and look down, I can still see my shoes tied. Is
That's
that good?
excellent.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
that's excellent.
If he stands up and looks down at his shoes, he's heavy breathing because it's
I
cutting
don't
off
even
the
want to
oxygen.
discuss any of that.
Okay.
Not at all. But I do know that there are a lot of men out
Yes.
there who cannot see their feet over their belly. And the doctor has already told them, lose weight. You're at a dangerous place. And so they go out and eat some more. I know because I've done that a million times. I'm not alone in this. So it's women and men. And yes, we all can benefit from having the kind of community that's there to help. And it doesn't matter what your gender.
I like it. I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of programs, I mean, even on my news feeds through Google, whatever, there's a lot of these programs that are always marketed towards women.
Absolutely.
And I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of these same programs, men should be addressed in as well. And men should openly consider these type of programs for themselves, not just the ladies. I'm so glad you brought that up because I think that's instrumental.
It has been something that's been bothering me, and I tried to address it on Facebook. And I know that a lot of men are just going to bypass that because they say, well, it's not for me. Yes, it is. It is for you. Getting healthy is for you. And when you can do it without pills and without special things and buying special foods and all that, that says an awful lot.
Absolutely. I think that's great. And you'll get the right tools with Elynne.
Isn't it also a huge advantage if you've got a partner who will do it with you?
Oh, yes. It really, really is an advantage when you have a support system, and especially one that's close to you. But that shouldn't stop you. I don't have a support system other than my friendships. I don't have a partner who could come with me and support me. But I will say this without having thought it through. If you bring a partner with you, whether it be another friend or a spouse or whatever, I will reduce the rate for both of you all the way. So, and I don't have a figure right now. I got to go home and think about that. But I will do something very special for both of you.
So like a 2-for-1.
Yep.
Ish.
No, I'm not doing 2 for
Well,
1.
no, but you get a break on a.
No.
Isn't that what you were just saying?
No, I said I will reduce the fee.
Right.
But I didn't say 2 for 1.
No. But there's a reduction for the second
for
person.
both.
Cool.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
I used to break it down that, when I got on the isogenics program way back when, and you look at, geez, I got to spend X amount of dollars a month,
Mhm.
and then you got to buy your own food. And all. I said, listen, $10 a week. How many of us out there spend $10 a week and we can't remember what the hell we spend $10 for? This is something that if you break it down and say, well, it's going to cost me X amount of dollars a month, what benefit am I going to get from that? A huge benefit, because it's going to reduce the amount of food you're eating. It's going to, Dorothy and I started our new 2019 kick of trying to lose weight, and we reduced the times we're going out to eat. And I look at my pocket and I've got money now. It's crazy how that thing works.
Absolutely. By the way, someone in the chat room suggested calling it partner pricing.
Okay.
That's great.
So that was Kelly. That was our atomic roller girl. So partner
Thank
pricing.
you, Kelly.
There you go.
Kelly, you can be the first partner, pricing, and bring
the whole
sweaty balls.
Bring all the ladies. By the way, you know what? Yeah, I found out yesterday what Kelly does, and I don't mean to digress, but she's a vampire. I know, I do. She's a vampire. She works for Quest Diagnostics. She draws the bloods and all that stuff. Well, what did you think I meant by you looked at me like I was
in Vegas? It could mean anything. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I knew where I was going just because you didn't.
There's a whole group of vampires?
Oh, yeah.
My former radio partner's daughter was a Wiccan.
I hate that. What's a Wiccan?
No, it is a religion. Is now a new recognized religion
Wiccan,
which is sort of the witches.
They have Wiccan baskets and
that's
chairs
different. That's Wicker. That's the
Wicker.
cousin. Go ahead. Yes,
we got a
go.
question.
We actually have a real question.
From our
Go ahead.
studio audience.
Go ahead, Marcel.
When you do one-on-ones,
Yes.
is that in person or on the phone?
Okay.
How for those who couldn't hear the question, how are one-on-ones handled in terms of sessions?
Okay. Normally a one-on-one is one facing one. However, with those I know and I've done hypnosis on before, I will do telephone calls because it's effective. The third thing that I do, I can't think of the program.
Zoom.
Zoom, no,
Skype.
not Zoom.
Skype.
I do Skype and I do Facebook, the messenger thing where you can look straight on to person, and that does work.
That's video chat through Messenger.
Thank
Yep,
you.
I'm with you.
Isn't it great? I saw somebody post the other day, digressing as I always do. Back in the 80s, don't get in a car with a stranger. Back in the 90s was,
Saw that too.
don't meet people on the internet. Here we are in 2000, almost 20, and Uber, where we get in a car with a stranger that we found on the internet.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that crazy or
right.
what?
Yeah, I saw that. That is a great point. All right, let's wrap up with Elynne, because then I want to close out with our calendar stuff.
Oh, great.
Because we're closing in.
Yep.
So again, if you register by this Wednesday and you contact Elynne, 702-277-5856, you will receive a $100 discount off the $12.99 rate for the 4 weeks if it's just you. However, if you register with somebody else, there is partner pricing programs that she will make available to you, but that's a one-on-one discussion.
That's the new name we came up with.
Partner
today.
pricing. Is that
Partner
good for you?
pricing.
All right, Kelly,
Thank you.
we're going to use partner pricing. So, and by the way, she's also behind saying that men should do this with their ladies as well. So
Can we call it something different?
Call who? Kelly?
No, partner pricing.
Oh, partner pricing. What would you like to call it?
Because men will come with their wives or girlfriends. And
Wouldn't that be a
don't want
partner?
the wives to know. It's like,
That's hidden pricing.
hidden pricing. I
Hidden
like
pricing.
it. Hidden pricing.
That would be hidden pricing.
By the way, Portnoy Gallery is located across the street from the gym, which
gym.
is Little Darlings, because wives
Oh,
tell
yes.
husbands, honey, I'm at
Right.
the
Why don't
gym.
you slide into the camera a little bit?
Okay.
You were yelling
No,
at me earlier.
I
You
don't
weren't
want
on
my wife
camera.
to see me.
Now you're not that you couldn't tell it's you by voice.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
so 702-277-5856 is Elynne's number. Register for the class. Starts Monday the 14th. We'll run 4 consecutive Mondays till the 4th of February, unless there's enough people that would like to work out a different schedule. But again, that's a conversation you'll have direct. But right now, starts January 14th, 6:30 p.m. every Monday for 4 consecutive Mondays, and you will walk out a better person, a more relaxed person, and just be in a better state of mind, a better frequency.
Oh, absolutely. Your vibration will be fabulous. And I do want to say thank you to the nutcases over here.
Nutcases.
And
That's some of the
to-
better names we've been called lately, I'll tell you.
We gave our program a new nut.
That's right. That's right.
That's true.
We did. So the geniuses would be fine if you want to use that.
I second it.
I second it. All in favor? How come no one's favoring it? Okay. So again, reach out to Elynne. You're welcome to stay for the last 10, 15 minutes, or if you want to get out of the playing monkey in the middle with us, you're welcome to go by. We're just going to go over some calendar stuff and kind of get set up, and it's up to you.
She's a mini monkey because she even questioned that when she got on camera. She says, can I get a couple phone books to sit on?
Did you? I missed that.
No, she really said
don't these chairs go up? These have the chair.
Don't tell her.
Oh.
Don't tell her. We've had her this long on camera.
All right.
It's the only time in my life I ever felt tiny. Oh my
Wow.
This is the only time in your life you've ever felt tiny, in between twin brothers from different mothers.
Other than my first marriage.
Wow. On that note, okay, so Elynne, I'll tell you what, we'll set you free if you want to go back over there, and this way you're out of the firing range of both of us. Thank you. Give her a round of applause. Thank you for coming, and we appreciate it, and dodging our bullets. So remember, January 9th is your last day to register for the 14th and get a $100 discount for yourself. However, highly recommended is to bring somebody, a partner, friend, or somebody else that would benefit, and contact Elynne direct, as she will give you what is now being called partner pricing. And if you bring someone that shouldn't be with you, we're calling that hidden pricing.
Hidden pricing, partner pricing,
right?
A little alliteration.
Exactly. Now, before we go on to the calendar stuff, I want to give a pop real quickly. Peter, your podcast, talk about it, and I'll relay it. Webseriesfired.com, host webseriesonfire.com, hosted by Peter Papagiorgio, and the basis is basically guests who do other podcasts. Creators of web series. Well, that rules us out.
We can have a web series.
We could. Isn't this all a web series?
I don't know what a web series is.
It's like a show. It's like you do a weekly.
Like series 1, series 2. Like a sitcom. And they tell me $14.99 if I want to buy.
Right. It's like doing a TV show.
We do TV. We have faces for TV.
We have faces for radio, not TV.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, so it's web series. Give it again. Webseriesonfire.com. Generally, when do you post your shows? Okay, we're on hiatus. Okay, so go out there now. You have over 60 episodes you can catch up on, and see all the great. And I've obviously been on the website. He's got great shows up there, and he's been a guest of mine. And both he and Catherine have both been a guest of mine in the past on other shows.
Marcel.
What? No. I know it's Marcel and Bob, but there are two different titles in my head.
Two different names too.
What's the podcast? Voice of the Vet. I knew it was that. I'll get it. It took me 3 weeks to get the name of this show down pat. You guys are in sort of reproduction right now, but generally, what's your topic of your shows about? Which is? voiceofthevet.us. So there's a ton of stuff up there. And what's the basis of the show? Okay, sorry about that.
Crazy. And then we interview veterans.
Okay.
Families.
Okay, of veterans or families of veterans.
They tell their stories.
Okay.
And then we send it out to Washington for the preservation.
Oh, really?
Nice.
You guys? Oh, really?
Nice.
That's a fact I didn't know. Okay, that's cool. So basically, it's a platform for veterans and or family to share their experiences while their loved one was away or transition and all that stuff. Very cool. I love that premise because people don't.
And on the website, there's plenty of help for people to seek out services for.
Okay, so there's great resources. Okay.
And such like that. We help people. So
Okay.
It's not just interviews.
Right. It's a resource
Are
platform.
you
as well.
on any of the platforms where people can find you? Where's the best way to find that?
Voiceofthevet.us.
Ribbit. I got hypnotized. I'm a frog. Ribbit.
I can't wait to be a guest on your show because I want you to deal with this on a regular basis. This is you'll sit by him? Perfect. Okay. So anyway, as we like to close our show, National Day Calendar is a fun
Marlo
stuffer.
Anderson,
Yes.
founder based in North Dakota.
North Dakota State's playing, I think, football or doing something today, as they've got something
They're
going
playing
on.
football.
Championship game today, I think, for them.
Division II football?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, in and around the wild card football
Ribbit.
games, NFL. Ribbit. No, you should be
Ribbit.
barking like a dog. Anyway,
She
so what we'd like to do is we go out
caused
on
me to be a frog.
the National Day Calendar. She could have made you a horny toad. But anyway, nationaldaycalendar.com. We like to talk about the upcoming national days that are celebrated between shows. And so let's go over some of our first week, what we have coming up. So starting with today, we have a couple of dates out there. It's National Keto Day, which of course is one of the new
Isn't
diet
it with OJ
programs.
Keto?
Right, that's Keto Kalen. National Bird Day. Is it flipping bird or is it the actual bird, like flying birds? What kind of bird is it?
I can't do visuals.
I know, that's true. Hey, I like this one. National Whipped Cream Day.
Well, that could be exciting.
Yes.
Is there a time limit for that?
Well,
Can you do that at night?
Let me see what the details of that are. Let us see if the site will cooperate with me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of applications.
Exactly. Let's see. It's a little extra something special to desserts. Oh, add a little something special to desserts.
To desserts.
It depends on what you consider dessert, though.
I knew you were going there.
There you go. It's National Whipped Cream Day. Add whipped cream. Not only does it add creaminess and a bit of pizzazz, I guess it can, but it also makes a difference between the ho-hum or celebration kind of beverage or dessert. The holiday falls on the birthday of Ready Whip founder Aaron. What a great first name. Bunny Lappin.
What a great second name, Bunny. Ribbit.
Aaron invented Ready Whip in 1948. He was born January 5th, 1914, and he passed away July 10th, 1999.
Who writes the copy for Marlo?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry?
Did you say the whipped cream could help make a ho-hum?
It has many applications.
Take you from ho-hum?
Right, exactly. From ho to ho-hum. Yes. Yes, I appreciate that, but it has many applications just like duct tape does. Anyway, so January 6th, tomorrow is National Bean Day, National Shortbread Day, National Technology Day.
That's a good one.
And here's one, National Cuddle Up Day.
That's
Spooning.
great for Sheila with all the bears at her house. Do you know
Bears?
Well, let me explain something. Dorothy and I get invited to Sheila and Dave's house because she's been dying to get us to the house. You can't sit in her freaking house.
Why is that?
There are bears. There are stuffed bears in every chair of the house, on all the couches. Dorothy and I sat in the couch, and 3 bears attacked me from the back and fell on my lap.
Oh, my gosh.
I fell in love with 2 of them.
Now,
That's a problem I've had my whole career, though.
that's unbearable. But anyway, Sheila's been sitting in our audience since the beginning of the show. God bless her for lasting. She must be on Valium or something that she's still sitting here. But, oh, by the way, Paula Maggio says don't pick on Sheila. But
I'll pick on Paula.
She's been sitting here watching us live, and just now she tuned into the live feed on Facebook.
Oh, it took you long enough.
It's like, what? Okay, so let's get back to the calendar day so we can end this
Tomorrow's
show.
Technology Day. Sheila should attend.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that means, but it's National Bobblehead Day on the 7th, which is Monday. National Tempura Day for all of you who like tempura, and I don't know if this really works, but it's National Thank God It's Monday Day, only the first Monday in January.
Wait, when's that?
Monday,
No, because
the 7th, first Monday in January is
that's
National
the 7th.
Thank
I
God
thought
It's
that
Monday.
was Sunday. I was going to say that's odd to have National Monday Day on a Sunday. But now that I listen,
Get your glasses checked, will you?
I'm
Or
gonna
as
get
you
them
like to
checked.
say, here, try these.
Yeah, I know that's what you do all the time.
All right, so now January 8th, which is also National Anniversary Day for me and my wife.
We're National Joy Germ
Oh,
Day.
yes, it does. That's one of the January. You stole my lightning. I was trying to do something to pump
I
my
always-
wife up and get out of the doghouse.
Okay.
But January 8th is the 30th anniversary for my wife and I, my wedding anniversary, which reminds me of something I didn't share at the top of the show. So that should be National Anniversary Day for
Is
me
there
and
a
my wife.
National Joy Germ Day.
There is apparently. National Argyle Day. It's National Bubble Bath Day, which you can take the whipped cream to, I suppose. National English Toffee Day. Yes, it is National Joy Germ Day. National Winter Skin Relief Day. And it's National Shop for Travel Day, which is the second Tuesday in January.
Can we go to the
Joy Germ?
I want to see
I've
what
never
that's
heard of Joy
about.
Germ. By the way, Tuesdays in the travel industries, I sold timeshare, is actually the best day to go out and look for airfares because that's when everybody changes their rates at 10 a.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays. So do all your travel plans there. January 8th is annually recognized as National Joy Germ Day. National Joy Germ Day was created as a day to remind people across the country that by being positive and treating people with kindness, they can influence those around them and pass that positive attitude onto them. So joy is a germ, the germ of joy. That should be 2 words.
They should have reversed the 2 words.
National Germ Joy Day.
Joy.
Marlo, reach out to us the next time you want to do something like this, please. How to observe throughout the day. See how often you can spread the joy germ. Use hashtag National Joy Germ Day to post on social media. And this was founded back in 1981. By the way, for those who don't know, if you want a day listed, you have to submit an application. You go to nationaldaycalendar.com, you print out the application, you submit it. Now, there's a 4-person panel, which does not include Marlo Anderson, the founder of the company. and you submit your application. If accepted, and it has to be unanimous by all 4 people, that is when you pay the registration fee for the day, and it's a one-time fee of $20,000 to have that day registered forever. But you don't pay anything unless you're accepted. So if you have a day in mind and you want to submit something for their consideration, it doesn't cost you anything.
Is there a National Divorce Day? Not for my president. I'm very happy.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's one out there.
Exes.
But people can go out on nationaldaycalendar.com and
That'd be
search
worth
it.
20 grand.
I
It
won't.
cost me more than that.
I won't touch it. I will. Maybe it could be a discount. I don't know. National Apricot Day on the 9th, which is also the day that our friend Barry Waxberg, speaking of doing something health-wise, he's going in to have his sleeve done. Yes, he's having a sleeve done on the 9th, which I will be there as well.
And what's the day? What's it called? So we can send him a card with that national.
National. It's not on there, but it's National Apricot Day or National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day or I like this one, National Static Electricity Day.
That's not a good one to send him on the days.
No, not when he's under.
Yeah,
No, that would not be good with the EKG machine. But I remember running around my house in socks on the carpet with something like a hanger or
I
a
saw
key
the
or something.
pictures.
Right? You saw the pictures.
Yeah.
That's why I lost my hair so young. January 11th, National Arkansas Day. I don't know how they rank.
They
getting
pay
around
20
that.
grand.
I guess so. National Milk Day. Okay, this is a serious one. National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. Quite frankly, that should be a day every day, but it is on January 11th. And National Step in the Puddle and Splash Your Friends Day. We can't really relate
Somebody
to that.
paid 20 grand for that.
Hey, listen, Marlo will probably take money for whatever idea comes his way.
Rubber Ducky Day. Look at that one.
Where's that one?
That's on January 13th.
Well, that's next week. That's the following week. So the last one we're going to cover
quickly.
is a week from today. January 12th is National Kiss a Ginger Day, National Pharmacist Day.
I'm more a Mary Ann.
I was too.
Yeah,
I
like
Ginger.
Mary Ann,
Yeah,
so
she
we
was.
have a National Mary Ann Day. We have a Ginger Day.
National Curried Chicken Day, National Marzipan Day, and last but not least, this is a good one, National Vision Board Day, which is traditionally the second Saturday in January. What's what?
National Cookie Day.
I'm sure there's a National Cookie
I
Day.
bet there is one.
So anyway, those are the upcoming national days you could check out. If you miss any of the days, you can either rewatch this podcast, which is now, by the way, available not only here on Facebook Live, but iTunes we are on, Stitcher, YouTube, our videos are up there. We now have a LinkedIn page. So look for Twin Brothers from Different Brothers on LinkedIn.
And we're on Twitter.
And we are on Twitter. Simply look up Twin Brothers from Different Brothers. You can tweet our Twitter.
Tweet Twitter. Boy,
On that note, I'm going to just.
good time to end
Hey,
the show.
listen.
What?
This is what I forgot to talk about at the beginning, and I wanted to. In celebration of our 30th anniversary,
We're going
my
out.
wife and I, we went and saw The Sexy Show with Jennifer Romas over the weekend.
And was it everything
Oh,
and more than I told you? I mean,
first of all, I was not the guy that got called up on the stage. I didn't get called up. Somebody else
It
did.
would have cost me 20 grand. We could have called it a National Get Aaron up on the stage day, but
There you go.
I didn't have it done.
No, obviously
But
not.
it's Jennifer gets voted annually
Yes.
as the best female entertainer here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
She's a sweetheart of a lady. Within 10 minutes of the show, you don't even realize it's a burlesque show.
Correct.
Because they are extremely athletic, gymnasts, dancers,
They're performers.
vocals. It is a tremendous show.
Go to my
Westgate.
Facebook page because I posted about the show.
Your wife looked 3'4".
Didn't she? She stood between. Let's see. I had Jennifer to my right and to my wife's left were a couple of the other gals. They're not small. I mean,
No,
there's a couple
they're
that
tall.
are short, but there are some that have height to them. But the word I use is mesmerizing because every performance. Yes, you got the burlesque.
The bathtub. What do you think of the bathtub?
Tremendous.
Unbelievable.
The bathtub, her pole performance, which is the first time she did it in 6 months.
She
was-
literally goes horizontal with one hand on the pole.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
the strength you have to have for that. And like I said, it was the first time she did it in 6 months because she had injured herself.
Right.
And we talked to her. By the way, she was also kind. At the end of the show, she comes out for
The meet and greet.
not the meet and greet, but on the stage, she makes announcements as they get ready to go out to the meet and
Sure.
greet, welcoming, thanking everybody, the awards. And the very last announcement she made was acknowledging her friends. Aaron Phillips and his wife, Eileen, were there celebrating their 30th anniversary. So it was very nice for her. We appreciated that and for her to take the moment to recognize us for that. But I want to invite you. I use mesmerize because that's really all the performances were. Yes, 8 absolutely gorgeous and stunning women on the stage. And yes, you get mesmerized by the burlesque factor. And there were people that were there. A couple of people left because they didn't realize what kind of show it was and they actually left after the show started. But you take that out of there. 90 minutes, every one of these performances that the ladies did can stand on their own in a performance. ballet was a big feature because a lot of Jennifer's routines had the ballet movements and the legs.
And one of the girls who sings gets up and she's also she sings with a great voice.
Yeah, Versace, Danielle Versace was sort of like the intermission sort of comedian singer and kind of keep the show flowing. She was absolutely tremendous. If you don't put that show on your list when you come to Vegas, or if you're local and you haven't seen it yet, go.
I put an application in but they rejected it. I don't know why. I said, look, I'll go backstage. Anything you want me to do. I just want to be part of this.
Was that after you got rejected from Blue Man Group like I did?
You got rejected?
Yeah.
But it'd be so much easier to put on that makeup.
The blue makeup.
That stuff.
Yes, it certainly would be.
Us.
Yes, it would be. I know they may have to tell it, like, would we have to trim our
No. They put it right over it. Yeah.
Like Cesar Romero did in Batman?
You love Batman. You had to have an inference.
I did. Batman. Because Cesar Romero, everyone knows who he was. He was a great dramatic actor. I think you and I might even have talked about this on one of our shows, Peter. He refused to shave off his mustache when they put the white face paint on him on the TV. So he refused. It was in his contract that he will not shave. From a distance, you can't really tell it's there, but when you see the close-up pictures of him and the advertising pictures, you could see the mustache there. He refused to shave it, and they had it in his contract that he would not shave it to put the white face paint on.
People would be amazed at what's in contractual agreements.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Kelly wants to know if there is a National Roller Derby Day. Well, I'm sure after you do some huge fundraising and merchandising with Portnoy Gallery, Kelly, I'm sure we can raise enough funds and do a national.
Finnegan's coming in June. She's coming to Vegas in June.
Yeah, so she wants to go see.
Maybe we'll have her sit between us here.
Okay. I'd like to meet the better Portnoy. Like a contest.
Yeah.
Which is Coke, which is Pepsi, which is your brother, which is not.
That's right.
So she's also saying she wants to go see the sexy show. So you better
it's a great show.
Line up tickets.
Yeah, we'll get Jennifer to do something.
Yes, and she was very kind to get us tickets to go as a gift.
Michelle Rothstein from
Michelle Rothstein,
Balloons
with a Twist, who I know was very busy on New Year's Eve, decorating just about every ballroom that there was in town. Our friend Shoshana was actually, her and her daughter Hannah were out there helping.
Yeah, I saw this picture on Facebook where you could see all the balloons and there were two heads.
There were just two heads sticking up like their own little balloons, right? That Massachusetts number keeps. Anybody want to answer this Massachusetts number?
Can I answer?
Go ahead, answer it. Okay. Say answer. Pick up answer. This is live on the air. Just hit the green button that says answer. Go ahead, but you got to take your headset off.
Okay. Hello.
Now, if it's looking for me as an air, I'll be happy to take the call.
They hung up on me.
What a shock! What a shock! You should have said thank you for calling. You're the 1 millionth caller today, and you win a prize.
Oh.
Anyway, see, this is live radio. This is what you like. Anyway, so sexy Jennifer, thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll be able to work out a time we get Jennifer here on the show. Maybe she'll show up on the 19th.
She would do it. She's coming actually on the 19th, so maybe we can
maybe get her to come over. But
she'll come over.
There is one thing that I did ask her about that to come on when we saw her last week on Tuesday. She does physical therapy and workouts in the morning for her body. So, and they're usually right around the time we're on the air. But Jennifer, we will be more than happy to accommodate your schedule.
If Jennifer comes on,
bring the girls.
No, not the girls.
Oh,
bring the dogs.
The dogs.
She's got bulldogs.
Yes, beautiful bulldogs. One of them was not well not too long ago.
I know, but I love dogs.
And then we can introduce her to your pet series.
Ribbit.
Horny Toad says rub it, by the way. But anyway, so you can introduce her to that. Went over.
You can get away with it, and I can't.
It's because I say it more subtly.
Subliminal.
I'm more subtle.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
Anyway, so I think that's about everything I have on my notes. Your sister says she's going to be calling for tickets. So,
well,
what's
don't
that?
worry about it.
Amanda King is at Tuscany tonight. Who's Amanda King?
Yeah, thank you.
Jazz singer? Is that B.B. King's relationship in any way?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but she's good. I've seen her show.
Next Friday.
What's next Friday? Oh, we're going out.
We're celebrating our anniversaries.
Yeah, because my anniversary, my 11th, is on January 12th. And we're going to kind of go in the middle and come up with a date.
Where are we going?
To Red Rock.
To see?
Chadwick Johnson.
Yes, looking forward to his show.
And again, if you have not seen Chadwick's show, he is phenomenal. Great show.
Absolutely.
And we're going to have a bunch of people there celebrating anniversaries.
Okay. Do we actually have an invite list? I didn't know we can invite people to the show.
Well, I've got to know ahead of time because I'm calling Chadwick because he'll be serving large table.
Maybe I'll see if Chris Corman's available once because he loves jazz. He loves vocals.
Oh, he doesn't do jazz.
No, I know. I know, but he loves
Chris will
music.
be talking forever. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. We love you, buddy. Anyway, so I'll wrangle up some people that'll join us, and if a couple want to go, then I'll let you know who. Paula Maggio, I see. She just replied in the box that she's coming that night. So if you want to join us for the night of music, just let me or Neal know, and Neal will take care of it. And And anyway, and then on the, I want to say, is it the 18th or the 19th? Jonathan Carance is doing another show at Red Rock. I saw his invite come up. I just don't remember which day. Might be the night
I'll
of the 19th.
have to reach out to Jonathan, find out when. And again, a professional performer, jazz,
Yes,
hit number 4 in the charts with his new CD that came out. He's got a live one. I just, you know what? He's a pro.
very
a lot
good.
of pros here in Vegas.
Yes,
that's what Vegas is all about.
Absolutely. There's a lot more than the A+ entertainers that everybody hears about that this town really should enjoy, that are not on the huge marquees or whatever.
And they'll all be here at Portnoy Gallery the 19th of January for the unveiling of the 2019 Wall of Honor, of which Paul Maggio and Sheila Cooper are 2019 inductees.
And so is your friend,
on the wall.
So is your friend Barbara Brighton.
Well, I had to put Barbara in.
Why? Why did you feel you had to?
Because if I didn't, I'd have to go the whole 2019 list. I had the Hall of Fame. How come you haven't drawn me yet? You drawn everybody. That's, I love Barbara, but sometimes it's like, all right, Barbara.
You know what I love about Barbara? With my height and her height, I can put her in my side pocket.
I wish I could and just zip it.
Oh, stop it.
I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Zip it. Jeez. She can't fit in a Ziploc bag.
She's not listening. She doesn't listen to these things.
I know she doesn't.
But somebody will tell her, like Paula.
Or Sheila.
Yes.
Or for maybe your wife. Although
or
you're
Elynne.
or
everybody's going to tell her.
you,
I'm never going to get out of here.
Elynne, do you know Barbara Brighton? Oh gosh.
Everybody knows Barbara.
Everybody
we
knows.
love Barbara.
Do you guys know Barbara Brighton? You do.
Can we talk?
Peter, do you know Barbara Brighton? Okay, so we got 2 out of 5 people.
Peter will
That's
introduce you.
40% of our studio audience that does not know Barbara. Yes, she did a show with me on
She does Joan Rivers.
Hour.
She does Joan Rivers, and she's actually got a tremendous voice. I wish she'd sing more instead of telling jokes, but I can't tell her anything.
Okay. Anything else you want to cover before we sign off for the day?
I listen. People are going to be waiting for me outside the door when I get out to do something.
You better have somebody start your car for you today.
Right. Well,
we'll call you Lefty.
The keys are in my pocket. They can't.
You have an
start.
auto start?
I have an auto start.
So you can actually start from in here.
No,
Lefty
I don't have
Rosen?
that auto start, but I press a button because.
It's the press button start inside.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
You could be your own Lefty Rosenthal, so you better check your car when you get out there.
I drew Lefty.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Wasn't he the mobster here?
Yeah.
I did a piece for the
Robert De Niro played him.
Well, the Mandarin Oriental redid their bar menu for their I think it's the I don't know what 12th floor, whatever floor, 25th floor, and I did all the artwork covering a number of decades of Las Vegas history.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It'd be great for things like the Mob Museum to have that kind of thing. So, Jonathan, if you're available, we'd love to see you down there on the 19th. It'd be great to have a piece up there with all the mobsters, too.
Oh, we
We'll
got to
work
follow
on it.
that lead up.
I know. I that's why I threw it out there. Maybe we'll see him on the 19th. All right. With that, our first show of 2019 is in the books.
Number 11, right?
This is number 11.
So 111. First one, 11, 111.
Yeah, all 11s.
Yeah.
Okay, if he says so. You want to give any parting words
I just want to thank our studio audience today. This is fun. Clap so people know we really have them.
Yeah, we do have people here. I would turn my laptop around, but then it would be more of a hassle to try to get on.
We'd get off.
Trust me, there are people here. So
now listen,
and we appreciate everybody. Our chat room was very busy today. A lot of folks watching. We thank you all. Just a reminder, podcasts, you can check us out on Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and tune in. Hopefully real soon. They're having an issue with the feed from SoundCloud to tune in, but hopefully we'll be up there as well. So
hey, Happy New Year, everybody out there.
Absolutely.
2019 is going to be a great year.
We have no idea what's going to happen on next week's show, but as always, just tune in because we'll figure it out just before the show. What's the 14th? Oh, what's the 14th? Her first night of her program, January 14th. So you've got to register.
Elynne, not
Elynne.
No, it's E, right?
Elynne. Miss
It's
Jacobson.
whatever. It's whatever.
EJ. Let's just call her EJ.
I tried that the first time she was on.
You didn't like EJ? He tried calling you EJ, so we stopped messing up your You didn't like that, did you?
It's all right. She'll answer anything.
Do you have a nickname that you like?
No, we can't
Because
use
obviously
it on
we're having
radio.
trouble with your first name. Ellie? No,
She hates Ellie.
How about Miss Jacobson? How about Miss Jacobson?
Ribbit.
Elynne. Ellen,
So
what
it's
is
Ellie. You were correct. I was
I
wrong.
know. I have it phonetically. Look, if I can handle his last name, Forestieri, I can certainly handle Elynne. And I didn't even have my paper in front of me when I did
Yeah,
that.
but Papa Jonico Bowl was.
Papa Georgia Go.
Yeah, one of the. Yeah, that was tough for me. That's tough.
Papa John's Pizza. That's how you remember
Yeah,
his name.
The Papa's easy. It's the rest of it. I guess.
Giorgio. Papa Giorgio.
So that's all it is Papa Giorgio?
Well, that's the last name. Yeah. But then you got to remember
See,
his
if I
first
broke
name.
it down like that,
You got to remember Peter. That's his first name.
yeah.
Then it's
a little
Papa Giorgio. But
Yeah.
you got to say it without the syllable break because it's Papa Giorgio.
Papa Giorgio.
There you go. You got it. First try.
Wow.
Used to be Stanley Pandowski Hahalevich, and he changed it.
For a smaller business
Papa
card, obviously.
Stanley Havavinichich?
Lubomir Giggly Gorkovich. I knew him too. Did you know him?
Was he one of those wrestlers?
No, he wasn't a wrestler. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. From the craziness here of twin brothers from different mothers. Look for us. Stay tuned on social media for all the links. Thank you for sharing us. Join our Facebook page. Subscribe to Twitter. Next week, we'll be back doing something. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out probably 5 minutes before we go live.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you
Absolutely.
next week.
Have a great week.